Hello guys, I wanted to talk with you today about the Allen & Company Investment Bank sponsored Sun Valley Conference retreat. This is a retreat that is held in Idaho. It's basically it's a huge it's a very small town in Idaho. It's this resort by Haley, Idaho, which is northwest of the Craters of the Moon National Park, and it's on the Big Wood River, I believe. Yeah, Big Wood River, and it's in the Sawtooth Mountains. This is kind of in south central Idaho, and it's a very small rural population nearby in Haley, Idaho. However, some 300 in this coming week, in the next couple of days, some 300 or more private jets will be landing at a small airport near a resort in Haley, Idaho. And this is a conference which hosts not so much a conference, but a retreat that hosts the wealthiest and most powerful CEOs and other moguls and types like that in the world of mass media, big tech, and other general big business. So these are some of the most powerful, influential people in the country and in the world at large, and they will all be converging upon this small small rural community in the middle of Idaho, and an area that only has about a population of 1,800 people in the town of Haley, which is very close by, and otherwise never sees. But this is an annual thing. It should be noted that this has been going on for nearly 40 years now, where these wealthy tech CEOs and media CEOs all kind of gather together and they talk shop about mergers and different acquisitions and really just the general vibe of the industry of, well, for lack of a better phrase, subjugation of the greater population. I mean, what else is mass media and social media and technology all about these days except for keeping us brain dead and subservient to the corporate overlords? So Allen & Company, being this investment bank, they're hosting this, and then there's this guy, Chris Pomeroy, who manages the airport, which on a typical week or a typical 24-hour period would never have more than about 40 flights in and out. But during this next 24 hours, leading into Wednesday, July 6th, there will be some 300 or plus flights coming in and out of this airport. And this Chris Pomeroy guy, he manages Friedman Memorial Airport and has to deal with over 300 flights which is about 12, 13 times the amount of flights in a 24-hour period that this airport, this little tiny strip of an airport, is used to dealing with. And again, this is in the mountains. It wouldn't be the end of the world if one of these planes crashed right into the mountains. I mean, considering who's on them. So this is just a hodgepodge of, again, the wealthiest, most influential CEOs of mass media and big tech and large businesses in general. So just to give you an idea of what kind of business is conducted here, what kind of conversations get held. This is the meeting place where Jeff Bezos met with the Washington Post CEO before purchasing the Washington Post. This is also where, some 20 years ago, Disney's CEO Michael Eisner met the once CEO of ABC before Disney purchased ABC, and this was about 20 years ago. And again, this has been going on for 40 years, so it's nothing new. However, it is nonetheless something to keep an eye on. And I could get into the list of there's quite a few websites who will give you a list of the guest list of who is supposed to show up, the invitees. But I don't want to waste your time with a bunch of speculation because we really have no idea who's going to be there. There is no RSVP. There's no guaranteed public. There's no public list of guaranteed attendees, and everything is done under a shroud of secrecy. Even the private jets and planes are all being chartered and rented out through third-party companies with very obscure and unassuming names. So there's not a lot of information to be given on who is attending. It's more like what kind of conversations are going to be had there, and we won't really know who's there until it's over, and until the rumors and the stories about what kind of conversations are had there are leaked out, because sooner or later it's likely that future mergers and acquisitions that occur within the industries of big tech and mass media are going to be, the foundations of these conversations are going to start right here at the Sun Valley Retreat. So this Sun Valley Retreat occurs every year, the week after the 4th of July, and it'll go through the weekend. So from today and tomorrow, July 6th is when people are going to be showing up, and it will last until the weekend, through the weekend. And we have no idea who's really going to be there. We just know that this is where a lot of really wealthy people and influential people in these industries gather, and this is where they have little conversations about the industries at large, and typically just the general. This is where a lot of important meetings happen, at least as far as it's like the meeting before the meeting. This is where conversations about major mergers usually start, and this happens every year. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of it, and if any major mergers can be attributed in the near future to what conversations are had at this little resort. Once these 300-some private jets fly into this sleepy, quiet little town of Haley, Idaho, which normally only has less than 2,000 people. So, and it's the wealth of the town will increase by several hundred, maybe even several thousand times when you think about how the average wealth of somebody in this small Idaho town, and how 300 multi-millionaire billionaires all showing up at once, plus at least 300 of these guys all showing up at once, how that's going to, and that's just the guys, and that's just the people who are attending in the 300 to 500 range, maybe more. Then of course there's the several thousand staff who are going to wait on them hand and foot. So it really changes the whole dynamic of this town, and they have to direct plane traffic around Haley because the residents understandably don't care for all the activity. Anyway, whatever comes of this, and whatever, if there is a guest list that I can confirm with you once this event has occurred or is underway, I will happily share that with you guys. Thank you.